It wasn't working. So, in this midst of choosing and yelping and screaming and asking God to show up and calling your pastors and prophetesses and calling everybody because it's 3 in the morning and somebody got to be available to answer this phone. Somebody has got to help me figure these feelings out because they're brand new. I never felt this kind of darkness before. I never felt this kind of hurt before. This is brand new. This don't supposed to happen to me. How come this is happening to me, Lord? I fought my whole life to save all my sister's kids, and my daughter gotta be the one that get murdered. This ain't the kind of God that I want to worship. But that again, that was conditions. It was my conditions that I was placing on God. I was tempting him. Show up or show out. Show up. Show up. I was tempting him. Thou shalt not tempt. You're right. We shouldn't. We shouldn't even tempt ourselves. That's the secret. People miss that. So here, right? Oh, suicide. Let me out. And the book falls. And when the book falls, I have Tammy Bakker, the psychic that, helps with America's Most Wanted in California. Her card fell out. Y'all tell me this ain't God. Now my best friend, pause right there. My best friend went to school to become a life coach. And when she went to school to become a life coach, she was sharing all these things with me. But she was skeptical because I'm a Christian. I believe in Jesus Christ. Don't share that with me. That's the devil. They told me that's the devil. We don't do psychics. We don't do psychics. All of that kind of stuff. Not open to the antidote that she was sharing with me to make me feel good. I wasn't open to that antidote. All I wanted to do was doing what I wanted to do. I'm going to stay in this hurt because God said if I stay here, he'll save me. God ain't said he's going to come save you out the dirt. He said get your ass up and do the work. Get out. He didn't tell you he's going to come save you. Remove that. You got to do the work. Be willing and open to receive knowledge. That's work. You got to do the work. Tammy Bakker's card falls. Tammy Bakker's sister is in the class, life coach class, with my best friend. This is not an accident. And the best friend tells Tammy's sister tells my best friend, if ever Freedom wants to talk, my sister will take her card free of charge. She'll take the call. Now, this is somebody who works with America's Most Wanted. This is one of the best mediums that put you in the mix right here. And she's going to take little old me's phone call for free? Okay. But I almost blocked that passage of healing because I was so boxed into this religion box of feeling that God say I don't supposed to do it. And then I'm reading through the Bible like, what do God say? And then it say that they followed the stars to find their Christ. Well, how come astronomy is evil for me to follow the stars and the moon and all of that, but you guys were able to follow it to find your Savior? So I'm going to have to go ahead and follow these stars to find my Savior. Somebody come save me out this darkness of suicide because my daughter was murdered. And now I'm going to die. But I'm going to keep on sitting here in this darkness. Keep on sitting for something to feel better without realizing that I had to do the work. It's 3 in the morning. I pick up the phone. Now I didn't call pastor. You guys don't get me twisted. I didn't call pastor. I didn't call apostle. I didn't call these people and then sleep in the middle of the night. And I didn't call the best friend. And I didn't call my sister. I didn't call everybody who I was willing to talk to, and nobody can take the call. And then the book falls. And when I pick up the book, Tammy Bakker's card's there. And I told God, show up. Show up. I was like this. Do y'all know I had my 9 to my head? I was trying to kill myself. Life was not worth living. And I was afraid of the antidote because religion taught me it was evil. Praise God. Y'all, I hope y'all feeling me on this. I'm getting real butt naked intimate with y'all. This is real stuff. And I dial Tammy Bakker's phone number at 3 in the morning. And she answers the phone. Hello, Freedom. Oh, boo. I hang up. This is scary. How she know it's me? I ain't never called her before. I'm using a cell phone. She couldn't possibly know it was me. It's scary. Uh-oh, God, this ain't you. So I throw the card, and I get up, and I take the Grey Goose, and I take it to the head again. Ooh. Ooh. I gotta feel numb. I'm numbing these feelings, because I don't want to feel them. I don't want this 20 hertz frequency, this ultrasonic sound. I don't want to do it. I don't want to participate in it. So I drink to get numb. Some smoke to get numb. We have crackheads in our family to numb they hurt because nobody believed them when they was molested and they told the truth. And nobody believed them or they sent them away. So they was a scare. So come on now. Don't start judging these people on their lives. Everybody got a past, but there is a problem to every antidote. There's a problem to every addiction, but there's also a solution and an antidote for healing every time. So come on, y'all. Don't throw me away on this. Feel me. I was in darkness, suicidal thoughts. I was going to kill myself if God didn't give me no answers. And I wasn't open to no psychic because religion tells me that it was evil. I shouldn't do this. But I call her and she know my name at 3 in the morning. As a matter of fact, she the only one that opened the damn door and answered the phone. Nobody else in this physical realm, in my physical circle, was available to me. Hi, Pastor Barton. I love you so much. You're included in this story. You have to know. Thank you so much for tuning in because they don't know. You know. My daughter was murdered. I was broken. And I needed assistance. And it wasn't working for me. I had to do something else. I had to do something better. There has to be an antidote for this. Who does this? God can't. This ain't my God who's loving me and taking away my children. And I'm out here busting lives to save other people's children and you gonna take mine? What kind of God is this? Right? So I called Tammy back. Tammy Baker took Freedom's call for free. Hello? Yes, this is Freedom. How'd you know it was me? I've been waiting for your call. You've been waiting for me? Now, I don't know. I'm scared of this. She said, hold on. Let me just go ahead and explain my position as a medium. I know you may have some concerns. My sister told me that you was a strong Christian woman and that you believe in God. So you must know that everything you and I are going to be here is going to be God. Only open to what you're interpreting, to what you want it, what you need. That's what Tammy tells me. Okay. But see, I'm skeptical, so I can't tell her. She asks me questions. I say, I don't know. You tell me. Because it's smart ass. But I'm calling her for help, but I got attitude. Ooh, wee. I'm reaching out to you for you to help me, but I come in some nasty negative energy with an attitude and still expect you to help me. Everything that Tammy told me on that call was the truth. There was no way of knowing. Pastor Barton, love me, feel me on this. They don't know. There was no way of this woman knowing that the young woman who was family, who used to teach music, choir at the church. They would pick up our kids and take them to the church. And my daughter would sing in the choir. And they would do choir rehearsal. David Barton was our pastor at the time. When we did Shemaya's funeral, he was already in Seattle, but he had come to bury a loved one a week before, and it was just by the grace of God and the energy that he happened to be in Seattle, and that now he can participate and he can speak over Shemaya's funeral. In the Fax newspaper, above my daughter, was a picture of Deborah Armstead. Some of you guys may know her. That's our family in Seattle. And Deborah Armstead used to teach the kids choir at church. She would teach the babies to sing at church. And so while I'm talking to this psychic on the phone, she tells me that my daughter tells her that she's singing. Oh, I'm singing. I'm singing, and anybody who knows Shemaya, they know that my baby she could not carry a tone, but you could not tell her she sing Keisha Cole so loud in the shower. I'd be so mad sometimes, like, grow up, you don't turn that music down or your voice down. Both of them can't be this loud all the time. Shemaya couldn't carry a note, neither can I. I'll be pretending, but I can't. And Tammy Baker tells me that my daughter is singing. You know, I'm singing with Lady D. You couldn't Google this, you guys. Nobody knew that Deborah Armstead was Lady D when she sang in the clubs, when she was still out there before church in Los Angeles, California. Nobody knew that, not even me. And these two spirits that parted, these exit entry dates that we talked about, Deborah Armstead went a week before my daughter, and then my daughter passes away. And the same pastor that used to take her to sing, I love you, Pastor Barton, the same pastor that used to take her to sing, the same woman who was singing in church, teaching her how to sing, is now in heaven singing with her. There was no way Tammy Baker could Google that and put those things together. So while she's talking to me, and now I'm a believer of the psychic realm, that we have these powers, now my energy gets all shifted, and it shifts the energy because I want to know, can you ask her who murdered her? Can she tell me who did it? I'm going to go get them. Can she tell me they can't get away with this? And she says, Freedom, you have to calm down. You're going to shift the energies. If you do all that, I'm not going to be able to hear clear. Okay. Guys, who did it? Okay, I'm calming down. I'm calming down. And then I look down on my bed. Ooh, because I put my husband out the room, by the way. He couldn't sleep with me when my daughter was murdered. I treated him so bad. So bad. Because I didn't feel love. And whatever love he thought he was giving me, it didn't feel like love. And that came from nobody. From everybody. Everybody who was loving me in a genuine place, in that darkness, I didn't receive as love. I was broken. So I look at my bed, which was my office. I'm investigating. Y'all don't know. I'm calling the investigator in Yurupa County. As for y'all don't know, that's the Inland Empire. That's Riverside, California. And I'm calling him like, do you think that this could have happened? Because possibly, I'm calling this man on his cell phone, not even his office thing. I'm waking this man up in the middle of the night. Constant, but he took my call. Every time. And he said, well, Miss Pearson, we looked at that, and by the evidence, that doesn't show to be true. Okay, thank you. Then I'm figuring out my own, trying to do my own stuff, figuring out again, call me. Do you think that maybe this was possibly because, I'm going over and over again, and in my head, my daughter couldn't do this, and this is not true. Can you check her tattoo again and make sure that it really says Shemaya on her tattoo? Because maybe she's just missing. He took my call. No, Miss Pearson. It's her tattoo. It's Shemaya. Okay. So now all my stuff is on my bed. This is all my research stuff. And I looked down in the Facts newspaper, and that's when I noticed that Deborah Armstead's obituary is right above my daughter's obituary in the Facts newspaper, Seattle, Washington. And that's when I looked down and see that that was Miss Lady D when she was singing in the nightclubs in Los Angeles, California. And this is who my daughter is with in heaven, and this is who she is singing with. And so at that time, suicide was no longer a choice. You see? You guys see that? When we're open to remove these blockages that we place on ourselves through religion, creed, you know what I mean? Like who we are, all this stuff, we remove these blocks, then life and love can grow. Right then, when it was sealed the deal that God was real and my daughter was there, suicide diminished. I no longer wanted to kill myself. I no longer wanted to die. I then felt for the first time in a very long time at that life that my life had purpose, that I was supposed to be here, that my daughter's life was supposed to be taken so that I can have life. From death comes life. That comes life. I had 3 kids, you guys, that was looking for me to still love on, that I was incapable of loving on because I didn't feel love. And this is why the people that I go so hard for right now, these are for the people that I stand up and battle on that battlefield. This is why they get me like that, because these people push through. They knocked on the door anyway when I didn't want to answer. My best friend busted open the door. Bitch, if you don't let me up in this house, you tripping. She loved me. When I felt I was unlovable, those people showed up. Those people showed up, which is why I can never let them go. There's nothing in this world that they could do that will end our friendship, that will end my love for them. I ride with them. I'm going to call them by name. Gina, Hope, I love you. Tuesday, nobody knows. I'll never be able to experience what I love and feel for you. Helen, Arnez, Nicole, Mommy B. These are people that love me. Anyway. They showed up for me anyway. Even when I pushed them away, they didn't care. I called Helen all kind of names, told her I hated her, told her I didn't want to be friends with her. Helen, hurry, you better tell him, I don't want you no more. I don't want you no more. And she held me anyway and said, I want you. I want you. You deserve this. I want you. They pushed through. They love me anyway. So I don't got time for fake love. Right? This wasn't going to be a cry thing, and I'm going to get myself together because it always still brings that up. But it's not tears of sadness. I need you guys to know that's tears of joy, because the first time in my life ever, in my whole entire life, I felt love, and it felt good. And that's why I choose love now anyhow. That's how come I choose alchemy. Me, M-E, not M-Y. That's how come I choose to love you even though you don't love me. Because maybe you're feeling like I was feeling that time, that I felt unlovable. And maybe I have to be the light that pushed through and tell you that you're lovable. You're lovable. Maybe that's it. Maybe. So, nothing that no one ever in this world can do can make me feel the darkness that I felt at that time. And I don't like darkness. I didn't like the way it felt at all. I didn't like the depression. I didn't like the suicidal thoughts. I didn't like the anxiety. I didn't like the negative red ants that was coming to suck life out of me, because I still had 3 kids who was dependent on me. And I had a 17-year-old daughter who was afraid to cry because she didn't want to make me cry. I stopped her grief. And instead of being angry with me, she dove in to her schoolwork overtime, and she graduated high school a year early. I love you, Mookie. Rainey, the realest Pearson. I love you more than anything in this life. And from her, I learned diligence. I was diligent in my healing. My daughter didn't break down on me. She didn't leave me. She stood it out. And she worked her ass off, and she finished high school a year early. I don't know if she finished it so she can hurry up and grow up and go, but I don't care what. She did it, and I'm proud of her. But through her, I learned diligence. And so, that's love now anyhow. And that's frequency. We laugh and we joke and we talk about these different things, witchery, black magic, lighting candles. I don't give a shit about none of those titles or tags. I don't care. I don't care if you're Christian, Muslim, Buddha. I don't give a shit. I don't care about your religion background. I don't care about your background at all. All I care about is how you make me feel. That's it. And even when you make me feel bad, I'm still gonna love you. Because somebody still loved me when I did not feel deserving of love. When I didn't feel that love was to show up. I was loved on anyway. I was loved on anyway. People who love you is going to push through. They don't walk away. If you're in that space and somebody walks away from you, your best bet is to let them walk. Let them leave. Because they're telling you exactly right now that they're not loyal to the soil enough to stick it through with you. I'm loyal to my soil because of this. I cannot tell you what it would have been like back then. I'm sure people who grew up with me can tell you that I was not such a very good person sometimes. But now, people who are in my life right now, people who deal with me right now, people who have been part of the growth, people who have seen me, they know I am for real wisdom. You know I love you to the moon and back, twin. You know it. You are another one of those people that loved anyhow, anyway. They don't understand it. They don't get the freedom and wisdom relationship. They don't get a lot of the relationships. We get those nasty titles and tags attached to us. But I don't give a shit what they tax and tag. I am your sister for life because you loved me when I was unlovable. Unique, you know I love you too, baby. From the time I seen you, you and them beautiful babies, you've always been a part of me and my love. Now, I don't think I've ever had a problem with you. I love you anyway. Anyhow, thank you, Sister Tiffany, for showing up. That's real. You're part of this story. And the good part, not necessarily the bad part anymore. So me and my sister had our stuff. I'm not going to go into it, but I had to forgive and move on. And I'm sure that she's forgiven me for some of the things that I've done. But moving on, that's my sister. So I don't give a shit what Dimples T ever did to you in life. That's still my sister. I still ride for her. If you got a problem with her, you got a problem with me. Period. With all my siblings. Tiffany, Ruth Ann, Freedom, Tanisha, Pete, and Michaela. You got a problem with them, you got a problem with me. I don't give a damn. That's how we roll. So, that's love anyhow. Right now. Alchemy. Being a better you right now. Even in the midst of being in the dirt, I still got real thick roots. So God gave me these big old thick legs, right? I be trying to do something with it, but these legs ain't going nowhere. God gave me these roots, these trunks for a reason. I am an evergreen tree. When my roots grow, that's something about the evergreen state. Don't ever get it twisted about the great Northwest. We endure every kind of weather. And when the snow comes, we don't wither. Our leaves don't fall off. Evergreen trees stand tall. Evergreen trees keep growing. We keep covered in love. We keep giving life. We keep giving life. Evergreens never die. I am an evergreen. Don't ever forget it. 206, my blood. That's what we do. Strap up your boots and make it happen. Right? Strap up your boots and make it happen. Strap that North Face on, your hat on, and get it through. I wasn't even fat in Seattle. I was pretty skinny and slim in Seattle because I had to walk. We get stuff done. You in the 206, the rain don't shut us down, baby. We'll take a boat to where we gotta go. That's the truest thing ever. If you from Seattle, you know exactly what I'm talking about. We are evergreen trees. Seasons don't shift. We stay grounded. These big old 100-year-old trees, 1,000-year-old trees been here forever. They've been here before I came, and they're going to be here after I come. So this is what I want to tell you about freedom. I'm going to be this before you come into my life. I'm going to be freedom. And if you decide to walk out of my life, I'm going to be freedom. I'm always going to stand in this ground. I'm always going to stand in this energy. Nothing about you can shift me out of my calling. Nothing. Nothing. Let's get that straight. I love you. I don't care what you bring up in the past. I'm the first one to tell you what I've done in the past. You can't diminish me. You can't erase me. You can't make me feel that my soul work, my soul purpose is what I'm doing is wrong in any way. There's nothing that you could do to me to throw me off of my path. I'm going to love you anyway. Because I was unlovable before. I was unlovable. And somebody loved me anyway. I was broken, but I was loved. God gave me a man who loved me. I can't deny that. I prayed for him, and he gave him to me. He loved me. And when I was hurt, I treated him bad. I've asked for forgiveness, and And I think that he has forgiven me because we're better friends now than we were anyway in a relationship. But, yeah. So, with that being said, when I talk these things about loving your man, loving your man, loving your man, honey, that's not to talk about you. That's coming from experience. When somebody puts so much into you and you don't reflect that back, they're going to get tired. You need to know how to love on the people who are loving on you right now. You need to show up for the people who are showing up for you right now. And that's love now anyhow. That's the purpose of my platform. That's why I go speak. That's why I deal with these women. I love you too, Nicole. I love you too. This is the purpose. Don't let anybody throw you off of your purpose. When God gives you a dream, when he births a purpose out of you, when you can wake up in the middle of the night, y'all don't get it twisted. I keep my pens, like I keep my meditate. Look, y'all better get it. If y'all don't know about these money attraction, you better get it. I keep all my stuff, everything right here. Look, y'all see the smoke? That ain't no weed smoke. That's energy smoke. That's blessing smoke. That's for me. I stay sleeping, right? I stay doing, right? Let me show you. I stay. Notebook stay. I stay working. I don't be making up this stuff. I stay doing it. I wake up in the middle of the night. My girlfriend Candy Kane gave this to me. I miss you, Pooh, by the way. Anyway, yeah, she sent this to me on my path. That was somebody else who loved and gave. And so, yeah, that's where it is. I wake up in the middle of the night and write. Wiz, you know what I'm talking about. Twin Serena Richardson, how many times have we had this discussion? And I come and tell you what I write about, and then you bring out your notebook, and we be like, damn, we on the same stuff all the time. That's God. That's the energy of this earth shifting. And when you, let me say this right, because I don't want this about freedom. Thank you. Thank you, Spirit. Thank you. When you can consciously connect to infinite source, and you download, right? You see this light coming in through you. It's covering you. It's coming everything out of you. And then you put this light into the earth, and it goes all the way down to the middle of Gaia. That's earth, by the way. Out of Yoni. Y'all know time. Yeah, I gotta know. You're on Yoni, so it comes out of Yoni. Life. Just like when you have a baby, it comes out of Yoni. Light comes out of Yoni, goes down through the earth, gets to the middle of Gaia, to that center core piece, and then you see this electrical curse start coming out from the middle of the earth, and you watch this light go to every living being, trees, animals, people, love, and then you see earth in this full-blown explosion, combustible things of life, right? They're all bright, and everyone you love is filled, and everyone you hate is filled, and everyone you don't like is filled, and everyone you don't know is filled. You fill everybody up with life, and then you yourself is filled up with life, and then you say Ashe, and so it is. It's done. And you birth love into our earth. So my homeboy's little tag is, the earth is my turf. I love that. The earth is my turf. Every time. Do you guys remember on Scooby-Doo? Right? And they have the fire monster, and the fire monster be chasing them, and then when the fire monster run, he leave these footprints of fire on the ground, right? So you know that he's been there, right? Okay, that's me. I'm that Phoenician fire. Every time my feet touch this ground, it's going to do what I tell it to do. I'm going to command this earth to show up. The earth is my turf. I'm Mother Nature. Every time my feet hits this ground, it's going to be on fire. No more smoke and mirrors. No more pretending to be in a good mood. I choose to be in a good mood for real. I'm fire. Although, you know, they say I'm air, but air fuels fire. Same thing. I'm fire. Every time I get up and my feet touch this earth is going to do what the hell I commanded it to do, because God gave me the power to do that. Because God's not outside of me. He's inside of me. Everything that my tongue speaks shall come to pass. Life or death. What are you speaking on yourself? What are you speaking on your family? What are you speaking on your children? How come you don't know how to love right now anyhow? How come? How come it's a problem for you to say, sister, you hurt me, but I know it wasn't you. I love you anyway. Mama, you hurt me, but I love you. Sister, you hurt me, but I love you. Daddy, you hurt me, but I love you. Here's the biggest one that some of you guys don't think that you is possible, but I put a blank face on my wall. I just drew a circle, right, with 2 eyes and a nose and a mouth. And on his forehead, I wrote Shemaya's killer. And every fucking day, I looked at that picture and said, I forgive you. Blank face. I forgive you. Blank face. Somebody has to forgive me for my indiscretions. Somebody has got to free me from anything that I've done. That's how come you guys hear me when I put it in my poetry. Charge it to my head, not my heart, because I didn't know at the time that I was hurting you. I was just being greedy for me, and I didn't give a damn about you. I only give a damn about me. But right now, in this very time, right now, in this very space, there's nothing that I will ever do without thinking about you first. Because I love you on purpose. I choose to love you on purpose. I choose to love you anyhow. My granny told me, 95-year-old Annie Pack, y'all know it. I said, Granny, how come every time something go wrong, you keep saying, yes, Lord, anyhow? My granny said, baby, it wasn't the spirit that hurt you. It was the flesh. That nasty, dirty flesh. But you expect that of it anyway. It's dirt. That's what my granny Annie Pack told me. Cousin Reggie, you know it. You was walking this walk. You was right with me. That's my cousin Reggie. I met him for the first time when I went to go heal with my family so I can know where I come from, so I can know how come I got fat ankles. How come I don't got about good skinny ankles? I got fat ankles because my daddy's family got fat ankles. Reggie. I love you. But I have to go figure out. So I'm with my granny. I said, Granny, how come you keep saying anyhow? And she said, baby, dog, the spirit didn't hurt you. That nasty flesh did. And wouldn't you expect it? It's dirt. Oh. What? I've been holding all these people accountable for the actions that they've been doing because I think that they were hurting me, not recognizing that I was putting this energy out into the world, and this is what was coming back to me for the actions that I was taking when I was doing what I was doing. Again, I'm not going to tell on myself ever. So you do dirt by yourself because you never tell on yourself. But know that I was participating in energies that was not edifying to the people that I was hurting, nor was the money edifying to me because I don't own shit that I bought and I was doing what I was doing. That's when you have to be willing to give everything away and still be open for whatever's going to come, right? That's the work. Write this down. Put it in big, bold letters. Big, bold letters. Work. That doesn't mean get up and clock into somebody else's job. That's work. Willing and open to receive knowledge. Self. Do the work. We got to do the work. That's what it all is. It's the work that I was afraid of. Because the work means that I had to feel murder. I had to feel grief. I had to feel death. I was just beginning to feel good. God was just making me feel better. I got to meet my granny, my daddy's mother, for the very first time in my whole life when I was about to throw it all in again. And she said, I've been praying for you all a while. I said, Annie Pack, you know me? And she opened her Bible and gave me a picture of my daddy and his only 3 kids at the time. 4 kids, I'm sorry. Tiffany, Ruth Ann, Freedom, and Tanisha. I was included in that picture at my daddy's kitchen table in Seattle, Washington on 24th Avenue above Plumtree Park. How many of y'all remember eating in plums in Plumtree Park and they wasn't even ready though? Just didn't want to go home and do your chores? So you stay in Plumtree Park all day long? Okay. Past that. So now I'm with Annie Pack and I'm looking at this woman and I'm with my Aunt Flora May. I love her to life. She gets so mad because I squeeze her and make her kiss me. She says, stop kissing on me. By the time I got ready to go, she gave me my kisses willingly, though. Because I made her love me. But I get this time in Akron, Ohio, right, with my daddy's people. And Washington, D.C. with my daddy's people. And, you know, in Welch, West Virginia, where my daddy was born, where he come from. And I get this time. But more importantly, I get this time with my paternal grandmother, my father's mother. I never met her, but I got time with her, and she taught me so much. in that little bit of time. And in those 6 months, I love you. I love you, Wiz. I know you got stuff to do. I love you. You, me, you. I love you. I love you, love you, love you. Sending you more love and light. Soon, twin, I need you to come here and be with me. Soon, twin, I need you to find time to spend a weekend with me, okay? You promise? So, anyway, back to Annie Pack. Love anyhow right now. And I would hear my granny say little cliches under her breath. Little things like, yes, Lord, anyhow. Yes, Lord, anyhow. Or when she was getting sick and we were getting ready to go in to hospice right before, and my auntie had called her church family over to pray over my granny's life. And you know, I was kind of an outsider there too, because at that time I had already changed my mind about religion and my participation in those things. I had already told myself that my time with God is going to be my time, and I don't gotta share and do anything with everybody or any of that, right? So they come and I sit off to the backside all the while watching my granny. And the ladies come and they pray for my granny and they hold in hands. But my granny don't hold hands. She keep her hands folded on her chest like this. Still breathing, still alive, but holding her own space with God. And the ladies pray and they spend time and they do. And then when they leave, I get to spend time with my granny. And I say, Granny, when them ladies was over here and they was praying for you, why you didn't hold their hand? You know they was coming over here to pray for you. My granny says she don't touch and agree with nothing that she don't know what go on in the middle of the night. What did you say, woman of God, 95 years old, that preaches that this is what it is? My grandmother's relationship with Jesus Christ was hers. I could never take that away, nor would I ever try to demolish it. My granny walked in that spirit like her life. She told me when she promised God that she give him her heart and her world, he got to take care of her and love her. She promised to walk in her thing, and they both kept their promises. That's what my granny told me. So I had to love and respect that. But I'm like, Granny, you had a chance with them. She said, I don't touch and agree with nothing. I don't know what them ladies be agreeing with in the midnight hour. Who are you touching and agreeing with? What spirits are you connecting your spirit to that you don't even know what these people are doing? Who are you touching and agreeing with? Your co-workers when y'all praying over the food? Right? Even in church, grab hands to your neighbor and he's the pedophile, fucking his daughter, for showing up at church. I'm sorry. That was probably too deep. But yeah, who are you touching and agreeing with? Get headaches, you don't know where your headache's coming from. Now you're sick. Now all of a sudden you getting some kind of allergies or a cold. You don't know where it is or where it come from, but you done laid down with this man that you don't know nothing but. You don't even know where he live. You just know what kind of car he drive because you rode him from the club to the hotel. I'm gonna sip my tea. This is my smoothie, but y'all know what I mean. Stop giving your power away. Stop allowing people to shift your energies. Stop letting people believe they have anything to do with your growth or your death. Everything you put out in life is going to come back to you. If you want life, give life. If you want love, be love. If you want more money, give money away. If you want to be healthy, help somebody else be healthy. That's the secret. There's no secret, but that's what everybody wants. When you say secret, everybody, ooh, tell me what they say. Or if I say gossip, then y'all really gonna show. Let me give y'all the tea today. Girl, I got the gossip today on a sister queen who's working just as hard as me, who's putting in just as much work as me. She's putting 10 tones down. She out here getting it. I got to respect this queen, but no, I'm not respecting her. I'm going to hate on her. So I'm going to tell you all the bad stuff that she used to do back before she came here, because I don't want you to like her anyway, because I didn't like her 20 years ago, and I don't like her right now. So I don't want you to like her right now, but I'm going to look past all the moves that this woman is making. Queen, stop it. Quit knocking these crowns off. Love and respect and uplift and support each other. Sin, if you can't show up, send a representation of yourself. And anybody that's in your circle should always be a representation of yourself. Quit doing it. Quit participating in activities. Don't introduce me to somebody and then call and tell me all they bad shit about them, because I'm not participating. At that point, I'm looking at you funny, not her. Don't do that. Like, make sure that you're accountable for the way that you're making people feel. Make sure that you're accountable for the energy when you leave. When you walk away, somebody should be better than when you showed up, not worse. Make a difference. Bust through, push through, do what you're going to do. Write your stuff down every day. Be willing and open to receive knowledge. If you don't know, say I don't know. Or give me a minute. This is my favorite thing. Y'all know me. Okay, and then I come in like, okay, I don't understand it, but makes sense. Probably if I was in that position, I'd probably do the same thing too. But we don't relate because we don't never want to tell nobody we is in that position. How many of you guys ever knew I was suicidal? Because it was none of your motherfucking business. So I just kept, wasn't for me to tell you. Because you wasn't going to do nothing but talk about me. You wasn't going to try to love me. You wasn't going to try to help me. You wasn't going to help me through. You wasn't going to try to give me some tools to feel better. You just want to talk about me while you sip on wine. Y'all know freedom out here doing that freedom of you. Y'all know freedom here talking about love, but y'all didn't even know that she was suicidal one day. That's the only reason y'all want to know people's business anyway, so y'all could talk about it. But you ain't going to drive to my house and love on me. I do. I feel my friends' feelings. I feel when my friends are in pain. And I try to show up 1,000%. I try to show up 1,000%. If there's something I got and you need it, I can have it. I promise you, I'll never hold on to something you need from me and I got it. I always will give it away. I will always give it away. You don't control me. You don't own me. I'm not that little girl. You don't own me. Y'all know that's my favorite. What was that? The Ex-Wives Club or some First Wives Club? We go hard. But I want to be Goldie Hawn in the white leather because that was banging. So I'm eating healthy. I'm doing my Jill Scott, trying to be prepared. Alkaline my body because I want to be super fine. Like all that. I'm doing work. I'm not going to come on here and post no butt. I'm at the gym because y'all know that we go to the gym. But I ain't been to the gym. How long? When's the last time y'all seen a gym video? For me, let's just keep it real. No more talking about it. It's being about it all the time. I'm about to be about it. I don't got to prove nothing to you. This is all about me. And my king who loves me loves my purpose, loves my passion. He's going to embed it. He's going to buy airplane tickets. He's going to book flights. We're going to book shows. We're going to show up and we're going to change this world one spirit at a time, one woman at a time. If I speak to 100 women and only one woman tells me that I blessed her and only one woman tells me that I gave her the antidote to feel better, if one woman tells me that she made change, I did my part. I don't have to deal with the masses to look like asses. Then freedom of you is going to start being, I don't want to be like everybody. I don't want to be scripted. I want to be authentic. I want to show up how I'm supposed to show up. I don't want to show up how you want me to show up. So if I have to follow some kind of guidelines and you can't say a cuss word every now and then, cuss words are power for me. I need cuss words. They give me what I need sometimes. But I have to be authentically me. And by doing that, where I'm supposed to be, my shows, my bookings, what I'm supposed to do, it's going to happen. I don't have to beg plea to be part of somebody else's thing. I'm not going to ever do that. I used to. Did you see me? I'm a great speaker. Did you hear me? I'm a speaker. Can I go your show? I'm not. Y'all want me. Y'all need me. I don't have to call and ask for you. I love your platform. I see what you're doing, but this is powerful stuff. If I can bottle this stuff up and cut everybody's brain and pour into their brain, I'll be pouring in. And no, it ain't no Jim Jones Kool-Aid. I know some of you native Nancy's out there. I know y'all. I see you didn't chimed in on the thing.